Maxter, we've been talking very highly of him. This is when he steps up. Everyone's blind. The flashbangs are so good, but everyone's running past each other. Rez hasn't been spotted. Maxter at least gets one before he falls, and Rez goes 2 for 1. Rotations have come in, and Hedrick's in a very strong position towards water, but James denies him any further success. 2 versus 2. Bombs on the site. Digits being tapped in, and James, they're not going to clear him. Config just jumps right in front, but somehow Config's still alive. Unfortunately, that new lease on life will not warrant any success, and Ezetag, the new man on this roster, first time in 9 months, we've really seen him on the server. So as these smokes start to be deployed, Cole, NIP are actually here.
It's a full gamble here. It's just Config in the back of the site. He gets blasted out by an AG and Flip chasing him down. Now the rest of the rotations arriving onto the scene, and Maxter's going to start finding some frags here. Both players stuck outside of the jump up smoke are going to have themselves a tough time getting on in. They're just going to have to wait this out here. They're trying to blow the smoke open, but there's a player already close by. James going to collect 2 from behind. And Virtus Pro closing out a round with ease right there. 1 entry and sure.
Most certainly centered over towards this B bomb site. It's going to be a 4-man stack here for NIP.
Oh, Ezetag reloading right outside that smoke is not going to help there. And James finds a follow-up. Maxter swings into the op. Now barrels his molly here. Config struggling to land the spray. Does take down the low HP Norbert, but they've lost so many numbers already. They've lost the site for sure. And
really poor timing on the reload. I don't know why you're spamming when you know the smoke's about to fade. He reloads and just obviously gives himself away. Maxter, a swing and a miss, finds nothing off that. Config gets his first kill in this whole game. The structure of that, I was actually very impressed. I was like, look, you look at the mini map right now. You see that Hedrick has all the space over towards the A-bomb site. You have like kind of a triple monster stack right now. And Fame might just slot into Miz roles here. And he's going to turn into a bit of a lurker as the rest of his team execute onto this B bomb site. There are only 3 players here, and VP is a lot faster than normal. Flashes come through, but those flashes seem very apparent. Sorry, just non-existent rather.
yeah, absolutely. That was a bit of a missed opportunity there. That play would have been so effective, but also you just don't expect 2 players to be open towards short like that. That was a
Max, there's no chance in that. We were singing his praises, and he hasn't quite lived up to it. Unfortunately, Config just gets negated over towards long, and this round is not even seeming troublesome. VP are just moving as a pact. They're moving as a death ball. They're playing super quiet, and then when they take the space, they take it together.
struggles here of NIP. I think playing with a stand-in and some of the disjointed nature of this B-side defense is haunting them just a little bit here. There's a chance that James might go down sticking around. He hears a footsteps though.
No, James, no. Oh, he gets saved by the bomb. It's classic Virtus Pro. They've waited so long, and now they might have just allowed Rez to get in a position where he can perform, and he will. That's the first to fall. James, finally, his first death will be seized. Where's the bomb going? I have no idea what's happening. And Virtus Pro, this is the second time now where their slow game style, you just kind of sit there and you go, what was the plan there? Like, were you waiting for NIP to make a move, and then even when they did, they catch you off guard?
Yeah, it's a little too late here. Norbert might go down after time too. He's going to have to fight around this corner. Okay, he does take down Ezetag. Up against this team here, that can really work out in your favor, as we saw. I mean, James goes down here to this flank. Rez is pulling this flank off with around 25 seconds left on the clock. So you know that from that point forward, they really don't have a lot of good options here. We're going to see a boost attempt here for barrels. That's another touchdown. 8 Poor Ezetag keeps on getting blasted out. The boost actually is going to give them some vision, but Config is aware of this, and now they're just going to try to make their way out. Monster dodge flash here from Maxter. He's going to deal with that quickly. No troubles getting past Norbert's aggression.
But yeah, I feel like that was 2 rounds in a row for Virtus Pro, where I'm just kind of a bit like, look, you've had this formula that's been really working out, and then you've changed it a little bit. So
that's a little bit of fortune right there favoring him, because again, that was a really good flash. I think it bounced weird, and he blinded himself up. Config.
Was that a double spam headshots to connect
again? He's been doing some good damage on the flip over the grand scheme of things here, but again, this aggressive, in-your-face style coming through from VP is going to try and work out for them. They've already gotten their way back to pillar here. Hedrick doesn't account for it and does go down, but it's just James left, last man standing here in a 1v2. Needs to pull through big time with this clutch. This is a golden opportunity to close out this round. There's no smokes for the bomb either, so even more difficulties, although I think Rez just Picked up a flashbang at the very least to get conflict forward here. He's going to try and take this front bathrooms fight and immediately...
But instead of the masses, because Virtus Pro, they have 4 defenders. Flashbang gets thrown out for them by Mir. However, look, they all turn away from it, and all the T-sides succeeding. Oh no, Config! Oh no! You had a great round in the last, but somehow James, he's literally Jesus! He is unable to die, and somehow... that does not matter because the rest of his team
control as well. They didn't have it other than Config, who died to James early, and they're able to break past it with relative ease. Don't have too much trouble finding those entries. Again, Maxter good with a multi.
And the rotations for VP, honestly, I wouldn't blame them if they're a little bit uncomfortable, but they do have 3 players, 4 players here on the A bomb site. Surely this is success.
They're still losing, though, to Rez's rifle here. He finds himself a multi-kill, but again, there's so many more around that corner that they weren't expecting it. essetag, though, able to line up the last 2 kills. They had all 5 players.
Bro, me and James the same. We did the exact same thing. I was like, what? I put my hands up. I was like, what just happened? But okay, I want to say, firstly, great entries from Reds here. They were in the exact same position, but just really clinical. Headtrick, I mean, fair enough, bro. Like, if you're going... yeah, there's been no presence towards the B bomb site, so it's going to allow someone like Mir to rotate up very, very freely. 15 seconds. They're entering the bomb site. They're actually getting decent entries. James misses his op shot. Hold on. These decent entries are fabulous because a 2 versus 2. Flip rears his ugly head, but unfortunately cannot deny the bomb. Config with only 1 solitary hit point saves Hetrick, and now Norbert in a very difficult 1 versus 2.
It's absolutely unbelievable. He has a molly, but Config's going to give him the peek here. He does go down early. Hetrick now needs to close out the clutch, but the molly doesn't go towards long, so it's going to be a free opportunity to find him from behind. It's been tapped here, but he's not sticking it. Hetrick going to move forward and spot that out. Here catches him on the retreat, back to the bomb site, and...
look, Norbert's in there. He's like, what went wrong? How has that happened? That was, I'd say 4 players on the A bomb site at one stage. So yeah, James gets the opener. Config with a double entry. Config makes it a triple, and then even gets the 4th as well. What a fair to NIP. I've been going towards A lot. And now, with Virtus Pro having so many players over towards that bomb site, they're going to get aggressive. So this A stack, we may have looked down upon it, but here, I think it's going to have success. Counter utilities really sharp with Molotovs and flashbangs, but Config, yet again, with a double entry. However, that Molotov towards short is just stopping them a little bit. 15 seconds, the bomb needs to get going, but unfortunately, Flit, who is normally the one player you consistently rely on for Virtus Pro, is...
and keep him at bay. That's rotations arriving onto the scene from Connector and from, you know, Heaven there, but just wasn't in time, unfortunately, for them.
Like, this is so obviously a fake. And Norbert is just screaming, guys, please help me, they're coming for me. And even though there is the missed AWP shot, I think this retake is nigh impossible. No kits, they are running to their grave like lambs to the slaughterhouse. They might collect a few frags, however, it's just a formality, as NIP will produce 10 rounds in a row unless I see something that truly will blow my mind. And no, Maxter finally gets a kill on the tower, at least backing away. However, look at the lack of utility. Norbert has a Molotov. There's a smoke on Flit, but they're not going to allow for that utility to be dropped. Nate, a lovely flashbang over, lovely entries, and I think that is most certainly 12 rounds in a row. That is impossible. We have seen the impossible unfold in front of our eyes, and NIP, I don't know what they've been cooking, but this is insane. And look at this as well, the utility just to not allow anything with the retake.
It's just a collapse here from VP in terms of the mental battle. They have completely lost control here. Hetrick gonna end things off with a kill there. James will find one more kill to his name, but that'll be all. NIP closing things out, and you can see
Miz also set himself up quite nicely towards Shelf. He was actually over towards middle, very tucked. But as soon as he does take that aggression, you can see the screen lighting up because Rez splatters his blood against the wall. And now NIP, they go, you know what? Let's just crank the brakes one more time.
It's a very slow pistol right now. Config is lurking out towards A. This is what I was talking about here. They're going to potentially call those troops in, but they've only got 20 seconds to make this move. One flash towards that B side is sold. And Config, he's going to have this information. He's got deep spawn control right now, so he's going to cut off early rotates. Norbert's never expecting that. And Jay, maybe he'll find a kill, but again, wouldn't be all that surprising to see a save called out. Maybe it would have been for the best as he quickly goes down. Flit, left last man standing, hunted by Config. and the T side streak, the flawless streak coming through here. The A side of things here, A main, and now Mir, he might be tasked with a pretty tough job at hand. HE down to half HP. They're taking care of business already towards mid. They're splitting in from the mid side of things here, but Fame is going to collect some names, and now Donut is firmly in control.
Yeah, this is really good from VP. Got very, very scary, but James is also not going to identify himself to the very end, and because of that...
They're going very quickly here, but through a Molotov, two Tech 9s chase down Fame, and eventually the trade will come through. They're going to take claim to this A site. Config's down low, but he's just going to go for the bomb plant. The Molly's not going to cover it here, so he's going to get the bomb down successfully, avoiding all the spam, utility, everything, and now they've got a post plant here, but they don't have the best post plant positioning.
You say that. They've double stacked into the boost here outside of A main, and the third player will give away his position with the reload. And I don't know, they're going to have to hit some very, very nice shots here. James swings down, and well, he hits a nice shot of his own, leaving Rez all by himself. Does get two, but unfortunately, that will all be the success he claims. An NIP. I'm not sure how that round was planned, but with no smoke on the entrance of A main, I'm surprised that round even got that close for them. That's a lovely use of the new feature. And with only 20 seconds remaining, bomb, can it be denied? Yes, lovely, lovely micro adjustment to get that boost implemented. And because the bomb goes down, it has to be the round over. They know Rez is the last player alive towards Cave. And with 5 seconds, he will fall to his grave. At least he dies before the time runs out. But VP, a lovely hold there. They just relinquish the bomb site. They go, look, exposing himself slightly to elbow, double scoped in. Hold on a second. Oh, if Maxter hadn't made noise, I think Jane would be a dead man walking, but still, he will fall. What a shot from Config, and the Dane gives them the opener. Maxter, well, he gives them a second. The Nordics giving them everything right now.
That is a nasty start right there from NIP. At least some safety here. A third rotation arriving onto the scene, but Flet gets separated from his team on an island. They are able to get the bomb down just in time here, and now Rez is going to be taking the next fight right there, knocking Norbert down. Fame doesn't last too long either. And NIP, again, it's a timeout, and it's instant success manufactured thereafter.
It's a double stack over towards Cave. James forced away. 13 seconds. The bomb needs to get to the side. Config, how has he got that kill to Norbert? But still, can the bomb potentially be denied? 6 seconds. They're planting it. But Config, he seems to have done it all. That is sensational. And he has been impressing me time after time. But Cole, the round's not over. Essa tag, eliminators, Flit doubles down. And now Config, he's done so much, but he might be called upon once again as Virtus Pro actually take the advantage.
Oh, it's finally eliminated. Now it's on to Headtrick to close out a 1v3 here. There isn't any kits, though, here for the CT side, so they've got to work quickly. One isolated duel there, but a quick trade comes through. And it's going to be an ace from Flit to close this round off. They just about have enough time.
Then this time, it's going to force them away, and Fame, aggressive over towards the A-bomb site. The Spy succeeds with his espionage, as James even took that first poke to success. And NIP in this round, 10 seconds, very reminiscent of the last, very similar to how VP played their rounds, but won't quite have that same allure as Headtrick tries to get some damage, but in the end, it will just be one solitary frag for the NIP squad, and VP looking pretty decent right now on their CT side.
Finds the same player that he found last round here. Molotov this time to take donut control and a kill. Followed up by Config. He does fall, and again, James through the smoke is not letting them plant this bomb. It's devastating him there in this post plant, and Maxter in the same spot he was in the last round.
They know one's towards Donut and the AWP is over towards CT, but Headtrick exposed himself, and now Maxter 1 versus 3. Unfortunately, if they'd got the bomb down, it would have been a completely different story, but that was never... That is not the Flit that we've been seeing for these last few rounds. Like, the Flit we know is swinging someone if he sees someone that gives him a little bit more energy to go for those fights, but he will at least give the information, as he does have that microphone planted deep in towards their camp. And oh my god, he denies the bomb. That's insane. Why are they not expecting him? How are they not understanding that someone will be over towards Donut? And now, with 20 seconds remaining, Rez alongside Headtrick in a 2 versus 4. They do claim one skull, but with 15 seconds, time is most certainly of the essence, and look at where the bomb is. Yeah, they might be getting these kills, but the bomb is being picked up in donuts, or maybe they go for the kills. Whatever they choose to do, they got to hurry up, because Resident 1 versus 2 does find the first, but with tears running down his cheek, Virtus Pro will be claiming 5 rounds in a row to end off the half very strong. Good reactionary nade onto Norbert, but the bomb's going to be planted without any sort of retaliation, and what a flashbang onto Rez. Maxter actually doesn't get affected by it, but he was dead because Flit was also coming in the flank. That was a really well orchestrated round, and now we've got a 3-man attempt at a retake from long. They do have a single flashbang, they do have some dual Berettas, but with HP dwindling and with time just kind of slowly ticking down, it's a race against the time, and they won't even be able to try utilize that bomb to fuse because it will be a 10th for Virtus Pro, and that's definitely more like it now. And well, with Fame getting a frag to Maxter, and with Flit getting one to head trick, it just makes life 10 times easier for him. But S-Tag needs to be careful as he comes around the corner, and yeah, that's round over. That's the A-bomb site cleared out. They don't know it's clear, but it is clear. At NIP, ooh, I don't know what's happened. What was this fresh, hot config entries on the T side? Like, where did that all go over the break?
Again, I felt like the job was on Virtus Pro to mentally recover from a really tough loss there. And it looks like whatever was said in the off time, whatever mental reset was taken, has worked out well for them. Now, they're going to lose a lot of money here on the way out of this round. And they're going to bring some decent weapons into the next as well. So you can save those pistols, toss them over to your teammates here. It wouldn't be a bad idea to try and keep the force buys up. I know that NIP is a team that can streak some rounds together right now, but
yeah. Virtus Pro's book. It's a fake towards the A-bomb site. Virtus Pro, they do love their fakes. However, they're normally very late in the round. This time, a little bit earlier, and the Molotov has actually missed a little bit because Headtrick's still cowering behind Big Box. They're going to run straight past him. This should be a free frag for him, so he would have claimed that, but no! S-Tag dies before Headtrick can get the kill, so it's only a 4 versus 4, and now with the identification, it's over towards B. This is actually a little bit more like it. Maxter gets mid with his knife out, and with the bomb being dropped, means that Fame and Jame in a 2 versus 3 now have a lot to get done, and oh my god, Fame, what is that? They double swing, but unfortunately Fame holds the spray and nails 2 heads as they go rocking. Maxter, the young kid with it all on his shoulders, but it does not matter because Fame ends it off with 4. What an ending from him, and that is so crushing. Well, VP, they won both pistol rounds on Ancient, so that could have actually spelled maybe why they had so much success. Sorry, NIP won the first one, but VP, this pistol, they've shown how important it can be, and Maxter, oh my god, takes matters into his own hand once again. And with the sharpest fang, it's going to tear them down, knock them down a peg. However, they're not quite done just yet, VP, because they are throwing something back. Unfortunately, Flit and Mir don't really play quite conjoined. And even though it is a nice shot onto head trick, Rez, with the support and the instant trade, will warrant a first round from NIP. They might just walk into him. It's going to be his apartments pop. SMGs galore. Pretty much everyone on the whole server right now is an SMG. And there is going to try be that head-on frontier attack by Headtrick. However, they're not going to anticipate Flit to be here. Never mind. Headtrick just bounds around the corner. B-hop style. Little Mario Party right here. And Virtus Pro, yes, they get the bomb down, but they've lost so much map control and have a player disadvantage.
Yeah, but it's an A-side post plant. We know how effective that can be here. Pick control included, but a molly to flush him out here. Headtrick is watching the flank right there. Absolutely incredible awareness coming through. And Fame is burning out here. Has to avoid the flashes, the execute, or re-execute here coming through from NIP is deadly. But Norbert's still holding the crossfire steady here. S-Tag with a quick trade. And it's successful retake effort coming through from NIP, led by Headtrick with the 3K. That is unbelievable. They've called over for Maxter.
Oh, now it's just a 2-man. Great opener from Jame. He doubles down. Tech 9 shows that it can do a lot of good work in config. My god, he's got more than the world on his shoulders. Surely he just caves under this pressure, and he will. The force.
I want to let him walk away with too much here. It's Rez. He was able to deal with that first initial player, but the Tech 9 is going to chase him down here, and it will find success there. Fame to get a little upgrade for himself onto the AK now, and
there goes one.
On that CT side. There's not a single kit in play here for them, so it's going to be 10-second diffuses. There's another Molotov tossed out. No, that's a flashbang, actually, but James can still throw that late. They're going to have a hard time retaking this. Bomb is past half-tick. Norbert, the first line of defense here, finding the first. Traded out quickly by essetag. They're not clearing Mir, though. He's a distraction.
Yeah.
And at this point, Hedrick knows he has to bail on out here. James is going to help facilitate Mir out of position, but Hedrick will take one more kill before the round is lost. And VP, again, here's that explosive nature that we were talking about, that they're able to throw out of the hat every once in a while. They blow the smoke open. Norbert, a real dangle there behind the emo pillar. There's the first knockdown. They're going to continue to commit, but there's that stack that they're walking into now. It's a wake-up call for VP, and they're going to call it off here. Hedrick does go down with that op. It's recovered by Maxter, but James is sticking around, re-peeking for a Tech 9, and he's going to go down because of it. Now it's just one man alone on A, yes, but Config, he can play to his positioning.
VP is the kind of El Clasico of they make every single round such a chore for the other team and sometimes for themselves. And that's a clear example of they go slowly into the stack, and then as soon as they're too deep, that's when NIP pounce. And the ninjas are still going for this one. Very slow pace, very quiet. At the very last second, they reveal themselves, and oh no, both the orbs have been lost. Okay, Reyes, he does do some damage, but that's really I think that's really negative. VP pull away. However, will that still be the case here? Good control towards Banana. Maxter and Rez, they will take that. They're going to fall back. They're going to try rotating, but they're going to be very late because the execute is coming in now. So a lot of reliance on this A bomb side, and Hedrick, the only player with not his primary weapon in his hand.
And you're throwing an execute from brackets towards that A side. You're going to probably succeed on the round here over the grand scheme of things. And that's exactly what we got out of VP. Took so much map control and able to surprise. There's great coverage from Rez as it'll keep Maxter healthy. And they will both be able to stay alive there with the saved rifles. So that is something.
And even though these saved rifles for NIP are going to try to get utilized, and we've got a full buyout, such an early advantage and space being taken, you cannot undermine this potential for the round. However, Hedrick, lovely opener. Fame and Norbert in the blink of an eye, though, give themselves back the advantage, and they know Hedrick is in the realms of apartments. No railing right there on the balcony, and he's fallen off. Not sure if on purpose or not. Nice little change recently from CS2, but Maxter, look at him. Not budging, not moving an inch. He does not want to come and help his teammate. He goes, you know what? If they come to you, I'm saving. And Hedrick, well, he's going to have to fight for his life here. 25 seconds. That's the first frag. Bomb has been dropped. He's being hunted, and Norbert, well, on the first hurdle, will drop him.
Nothing too overcommitted. Norbert with a lovely 3K right there. One with the HE and then following suit with the 2 follow-up entries. This is now 5 in a row, and VP.
Now at 25 seconds, they're choosing just to come through straight from brackets. They don't want to dive out and maybe run the risk of jumping into pistols, which they actually would have done. James, the bomb's going towards B? What? James gets a kill towards the B bomb site and then just runs over. Fair enough. Okay, Mir planting the bomb, 7 seconds left, and VP, they love doing stuff by the, like, just with whiskers left on the clock.
I think that's one of those situations there where you're actually just questioning, you know, if one kill would have gone, you know, the other way there, if maybe James didn't go down. He's not a part of that A-side execute, right?
And well, it might not stop NIP. They had that flashbang. You failed to mention that, but somehow Flit dodges the flashbang. Yes, his teammate dies, but that Molotov did actually get dropped over to Maxter. I don't know where it's gone though. I think he failed to pick it up, and now as the Molotov lands at his feet, it will be that smoke. It will be abused. They do not seem to care. It's not a brick wall. Maxter goes 1 for 1. I feel like that's the best you could have asked for him. There's not really too much he could have achieved there. And as the bomb gets planted, 3 versus 3, there is no kit for NIP. And I think it's going to have to just be another save of another pop from VP, working with a lot of success.
James in new box here. One of the best post plants on this B side. Gonna find one, but yeah, that's why you just can't get past this position. He's watching towards the coffin side of things and not going to allow them to entry on in. essetag's still going for it, but again, he has no time to make this work here. He's just going to try and keep him on the site. Finally picks up that Molotov that I think was dropped at the start of this round to force James out. And the kills will come through. It might be everyone going down, but it's just no worries at all for VP.
It's going to be nice rotations. Res with 5 HP, pushing bottom banana. My god, the balls on that man. But it will actually allow for them to rotate over towards the A bomb site. But Max is actually scared of someone pushing in towards CT because there's no information for NIP. However, VP, as they're walking up towards shorts, they get annihilated. And it's actually flawless right there. And finally, they break the camel's back. And finally, they post around. Why there are not 3 players here for NIP, because there's no fake utility towards brackets. They have all the information towards brackets, but now the charge of the Light Brigade attempting to crush through towards this B bomb site is going to get stopped in its tracks momentarily. Tech9 still alive, and the Tech9 might have to be relied on, but James, the captain, steps up when necessary, and the Tech9, no, surely not, denies the first on the flank. Ezatag doesn't think that James is going to peek into him, and Flit swings in, but could not quite get the angle that he was looking for. James, through the smoke, will be deteriorated, and finally, something to cheer about for NIP as they get the final 2 rounds in that half.
In his back
Why
pocket.
did he peek?
Yeah, that's like a lost round immediately. They are going to go for the save here. Like you said, there's no easy rounds versus VP, but that one was a little bit easier right there as they find the initial success, the first kill onto the player with the... Maybe a little bit out of practice, hopping up back into the server here. Has missed the CT smoke, no big deal. It's a 1-for-1 trade over there towards the A side of the map. There's only 2 more players to deal with, but there's only 2 T side members to make the aggression happen.
Norbit, great spam as the smoke blooms, and I think this has to be closed doors now for NIP. Ezatag and Hetrick. If they save this, there can be a purchase in the next. Hetrick just saves the AWP. Ezatag can potentially drop over a Galil or a config. Depends about the utility he wants to buy up.
That's your A-Lurk taken down without any real information other than one player here. Now it's going to queue up some forced hands towards that execute. Flit turns the corner, swinging right there. Managed to run and gun down Rez. Fame will follow suit. This round, it might not go anywhere here, and in fact, it'll go even for as Flit will find everyone here. What a time for him to start activating. Before this round, had 4 kills so far in the entire map, nearly doubles it in a singular round.
Very important, and there is a pathway that VP have been attempting to, I guess, achieve. It's been very clear, and I feel like it's taken quite a while to walk that pathway. They've got the foundations, and they just need to build upon them. Definitely a fake. They're definitely going towards B, and you can see Flit on the other side dodges the flashbang. Hasn't even seen anyone yet, but he still is able to spray down for 2. Worth his weight in gold right there alongside Fame, and Ezatag, the new addition to this squad, unfortunately cannot lead by example as the IGL, and Virtus Pro step ever so close to the magical elusive 13. Yeah, it felt like yesterday they were keeping me on my toes with what they were going to purchase up. And, well, speaking of this round now, it's going to be a fast pop play, mimicking a little bit that Virtus Pro style. And, I mean, they do actually get some quite nice entries onto the bomb site. However, it just feels like they haven't quite garnered enough space. And it's, okay, hold on a second, 2 versus 2. They know Norbit's the pit player. They know he's already activate a little bit. He's going to push down towards top brackets. Doesn't deny the bomb, but that's a huge kill onto Rez, leaving Hetrick, the youngster, the AWPer, equipped with an AK and 31 HP in a 1 versus 2. I really was writing this round out at every single hurdle, but now it's legitimately winnable. But the AWPer is going to come head to head towards B.
Oh, this is going to be incredibly difficult here. Not caught on the side. Not expecting James to already make his move on over. And sends the back of his chair right there. With frustration setting in here for NIP. 4 rounds in a row required versus a VP who's not looking to lose any gun rounds in this second half, man. They have been sharp. They have been
3 versus 3. Molotov towards triple. No one gets forced out, but they can identify no one is coming from that position. Smoke CT. Rez executes 1, and they might just hold on for another day. Virtus Pro, they're going to try and save, but I don't even know if they're going to be able to. Or will they just institute exactly what happened at last and not allow any of the opponents to get out? I think Estag's dead from the bomb. I don't know how far away he has to be now with the bomb radius being expanded as well with CS2. And okay, he will get away, or being saved by James, but that's a 3 versus 4 post plan that NIP, they take quite confidently, and the Roars are just being tampered with right now and being settled down by VP. I mean, he got the opener in the last, and what success did that warrant? Not quite a collateral, but yeah, as you said, takes that first contact.
Oh, no.
He's baited him perfectly for Norbert. Maxter, none the wiser. An attempted spam at range from Esatag. However, Virtus Pro, they have robbed away a two-man advantage, and now you can see they just anchor down the bomb sites. They go, you know what, we're only going to fight for top banana because our players on A have done so much work, and Rez, he's being called upon so many times. Once again, it's his time to shine. Good opener. That's James down, but two more players over here towards the B bomb site. Flit trying to see what he can get. Smoke has given Fame some space to work with, but the nade will finish him off. Flit, they know he's somewhere close. They know he has to be, but they don't have any util to really dispatch with him. One single smoke, and Hedrick's going to deploy that towards CT.
Ooh. Another HE and a molly. That's going to finish one off, and it forces another. Norbert finds 2 kills with the flames. And it's just on to Hedrick here. He's got 100 HP, but a 1v2 that is so challenging to keep him in this one here. On series point, VP could close things out. Their opportunities are given to them. Hedrick going to go aggressive to try and pick up this bomb. They've walked their way back over towards A here, so it's only one man, but there's not a lot of time left. He has to stick this bomb. He's going to fake it out here. Flit is going to push forward. He's just going to win the fight straight up to close that one out. Job's going to be finished by VP, and they will close out their opening series.